Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to Newstime.
With an election more heated and divided than any in recent memory, many disillusioned voters are increasingly defecting to third-party candidates.
Libertarian Party nominee Gary "What is Aleppo" Johnson has made airwaves with the most support of a libertarian candidate ever, polling at nearly 8% and even forecasted at winning New Mexico. Johnson is accomplishing what a libertarian candidate could only once dream of, being almost relevant.
However, Johnson isn't the only one gaining a sudden surge of popularity. Second-time Green Party candidate Jill Stein, who caught the public eye by joining indigenous protesters in trespassing on Native American land seized by the government, is polling well above any Green Party candidate in history. At nearly 4%, Stein would take home over 4 times her 2012 election result.
Not to mention, Evan McMullen, otherwise known on the internet as who? McMullen is a young Mormon conservative actually polling better than Clinton and Trump in Idaho and Utah, aka the Mormon Meccas.
But this guy's a lot more than new Mitt Romney. If he gains enough delegates from Western conservative states, he could make it harder for either Clinton or Trump to poll the delegates they need for a clear victory.
These kind of numbers deserve attention. For example, while Stein has no realistic chance of winning the presidency unless there's a wildlife uprising polling at 5%, and the final results would guarantee the Green Party federal funding that would far outmatch the current donations and upcoming elections. This would put the Green Party in a place to spread its influence and possibly even win a seat somewhere, which the Greens have yet to realize is a point of a political party. This would be a step from the Green Party's current electoral strategy, which is praying all the mainstream candidates die the night before the election, or that squirrels finally get the chance to vote.
And we have to remember, Athens is a county where Bernie Sanders won the primary. We like our hippie burritos from Casa and local beer. So we here at Newstime figured Athenians deserved to know more about the Green Party. We tried to reach out to Green representative to give an interview, but unfortunately, it turns out the only thing harder than finding a Stein voter is finding someone who will admit they're a Stein voter.
That's why, instead, we decided to unveil AVW's newest correspondent, Third Party Simulator.
This state-of-the-art machine simulates the responses and platform of any third party, finally making it possible to actually talk to someone who is voting third party.
Why don't you say hello, Third Party Simulator?
Hello, Josh and Gracie.
Pleasure to meet you, Bot. Why didn't you tell us a little bit about Jill Stein?
Who?
Jill Stein, the woman you support in the election.
Elections are the root of all evil. Death to democracy.
Oh, yeah, looks like we left it on tyrant mode. My bad.
All hail President Trump.
Okay, we can stop with that. Okay, here we go.
Greetings, children of the earth.
Okay, now it's working. Hello, Steinbot. Why don't you start off by telling us of the Green Party's most obvious concern, the environment, okay? Stein has proposed a radical structuring of society that will allegedly both combat climate change and create jobs. Do you believe Stein's Green New Deal, as it is called, is a feasible plan in the current congressional climate?
Oh, goddesses, Mother Earth is in pain, deep, deep pain. The world is ill, so violent, so greedy. We must stop the evil.
Right. Should we take that as an answer?
We mentioned earlier in our broadcast, Stein made news for trespassing and vandalizing the land on which the Dakota Pipeline is planned to be built. Stein may be the first candidate since socialist Eugene Debs to run for office while being criminally charged. Now, are Stein's actions in Dakota, where she graffitied a bulldozer along with her VP, Azuma Baraka, indicative of qualities of a dedicated public servant, or were her actions unpresidential?
Death to imperialism, native liberation now.
You do realize we're asking you the questions, right?
Now, your party is noted as being practically eco-socialist. Stein has publicly rallied against capitalism. As one of the furthest left parties in the nation, do you consider yourself a viable alternative to mainstream Democrats, or will people be turned off by your radical objectives?
Is it so radical to put the needs of Mother Nature above those of mankind?
That's a poignant philosophical conundrum, Simulator, but you didn't answer the question.
Well, I haven't exactly read the Green Party platform,
Wait,
but...
aren't you a simulator? You're supposed to know. You're supposed to be a simulator of the average Green voter.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you're a simulator. I thought you knew everything.
I didn't ask to be born like this.
Okay, folks, it looks like that's about all we have time for tonight. Sorry about the bot, Joe, but to be fair, we've given your party more screen time now than any major news outlet. Good night, viewers.
I've been Josh. That's been Gracie. Unfortunately, we're having Emma Ackerman tonight as an interview, but we ran out of time. Good night, Newstime.